All right, so today we're going to be solving some application problems for some right triangle trig problems. So jumping right into the problem here, this problem says that we have a ramp for wheelchair accessibility that is to be constructed with an angle of elevation of 14 degrees and a final height of 5 feet. How long is the ramp? So I'm going to draw out a picture here so we have a better visual of what exactly is going on. So we have a ramp that's getting built. Okay, so it says that this ramp, okay, so we know the ramp goes from the ground, right? So this line here is going to be our ground level, and here my diagonal is our ramp. And it says the angle of elevation, so that's this angle right over here that the ramp goes up. It says that that is 14 degrees. It also says that the height of this ramp, so it says the final height of the ramp is 5 feet. So I'm going to say that my height is right over here. From the ground straight up, it says that is 5 feet. So this does form a 90-degree angle here. So if we wanted to finish solving this triangle, at least for the angles, we can do so. We should know that a triangle has 180 degrees. We know that this angle here is our right angle, so that's 90 degrees. So we can take 180 minus 90 minus 14, and we can get this angle up over here if we needed to solve for it. This particular problem is not asking us to do that. What it does want us to find out is how long is the ramp. So that's this length right over here, how long this ramp is. So we need to know a little bit of trig in order to do this. A little bit of sine, cosine, tangent functions is what we're going to be talking about here. First, trying to figure out which of those functions do we need to use, sine, cosine, or tangent. That's going to be our first thing. So whenever I talk about sine, cosine, and tangent, so I think SOHCAHTOA. All right, remember that sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent is equal to opposite over adjacent. So SOHCAHTOA. So we need to figure out which one we need to use in order to solve our problem. First, if none of this made sense that I just told you, the SOHCAHTOA, the sine, cosine, tangent, please go back and review some beginning trig before then jumping into this problem here. Otherwise, what we need to focus on is our angle in our particular triangle, and we have focused on the angle of 14. So we need to pick two other sides. Remember, a triangle has 3 sides. We need to pick 2 sides. Hopefully one of them needs to be information that we know. One of them needs to be information that we're solving for. So for example, in this triangle, we're talking about the 14 degrees. We know that the height is 5 feet. So this height right here, in reference to our angle, this height is opposite the angle. So this 5 feet represents an opposite in reference to this angle here. So we're definitely using either sine or tangent. Cosine does not have the opposite in it. We are solving for how long this triangle is, so that's our x right here, that is our diagonal. The diagonal for a triangle is always the hypotenuse. So we are solving for the hypotenuse of our problem. So we need one of these trig functions, the one that deals with opposite hypotenuse, opposite hypotenuse. So the one that is opposite hypotenuse is sine, right? Sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So that's what we're going to use in order to solve this problem. So we're going to take sine, and we are specifically doing sine of 14. And sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite is 5 feet over hypotenuse, which is x, which is what we're solving for. So in order to solve this problem, we're then going to move to solving equation skills and solving for x. This is 5 divided by x. The opposite of a division is a multiplication. So to get rid of this division, we are going to multiply both sides by x. On the right-hand side, x cancels with x, leaving us with 5. And on the left-hand side, we have x times the sine of 14. So that is x times the sine of 14. We're trying to get x by itself. So we need to get rid of sine over 14. So the opposite of multiplication is division. Let's divide the sine of 14 on both sides, giving us that x is equal to 5 over the sine of 14. Pull out your calculator. A lot of times when you are dealing with trig, you do need your calculator in order to use it. Some of these angles we would be able to find out by using a unit circle. Some of them we have to have a calculator for. I would recommend the quickest, easiest way is to hurry up and just plug and chug this into your calculator. And if you do that, if you type in 5 over sine of 14, you should get that x is equal to about 20.67. So this particular problem here, we're talking about feet. So that means that this ramp here is 20.67 feet. That's how long the wheelchair ramp is, which means you're done with this problem.